Hey everybody, this is your friend Jamz, and welcome back to Jamz LPs. Today we're going to do something a little bit different than usual. Have more Let's Play videos in the can. They'll be around shortly. I just wanted to let the Two Towers LP sit for a week, see how many views it got. But somebody requested that I show off my Nintendo Switch collection. So that is what we're going to do today. So I went to my game shelf and I got all of my Nintendo Switch games off of it. Now keep in mind that I'm just going to show you my physical Nintendo Switch games. I've got more downloaded digitally onto the console, but I don't really think that'll be as visually interesting if I just scrolled through a menu on my Switch. So I'm just going to show you my physical copies of these games. So that being said, let's get started. First one we've got here is Mega Man 11. Now, I've only played Mega Man. I've played several Mega Man games, but the only two I've ever beaten are Mega Man 2 and Mega Man X. This is a pretty good one too. I haven't really played it all that much, to be honest. I just got it because it was like $20 at Walmart, if I'm going to be honest with you. Because I was like, I like Mega Man. I like Nintendo Switch games, so this should be pretty good. It's pretty good. It's exactly basically what I thought it was going to be, and Mighty Number 9 can stick it. Basically, the True King is back. Anyway, that was Mega Man 11. Next one I've got here is Snipper Clips. Snipper Clips is basically a co-op puzzle game. You've got to use the Joy-Cons to manipulate pieces of paper to fit into certain ways and solve rope puzzles and block pushing puzzles and things of that nature. It's a surprisingly fun co-op experience, and I think you can actually make your own creations and upload them. If not, no, I don't think you can, but that's something they should definitely add. That was my one complaint about it. There was no way to make your own levels. And that's where I get a comment where somebody is going to say, well, actually you can, Jamz. So regardless, this was like a budget title. I'm not sure if you can still get this one because I got it in 2018, but I still would recommend it. I think it's pretty good. Now, as longtime viewers of the channel might know, I am anime trash, which is why I have a copy of Shining Resonance Refrain in my collection. Now, this is not a particularly amazing game, but it's a definite guilty pleasure for me. Storyline's interesting enough, pretty fun anime style game. It's got nothing on the original Shining Force games on Sega Genesis. Yeah, this is a Sega game in case you couldn't tell, but this is still a pretty decent game, and if you can get it at a budget price like I did, worth your time, I'd say. Next one I've got here is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Xenoblade Chronicles 1, which I think I actually have somewhere on my shelf over here. Let me just see if I can reach in and grab it since the Wii collection's just right next to me here. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 on the Wii is one of my favorite video games ever. So when I heard that a sequel was going to be coming out on the Switch, I had to get it. I got this discounted as well. Gosh, that glare though. Trying to get it. There we go. All right. But yeah, I haven't actually played this one yet. I'm hoping it's good. Let me know in the comments if it is good or if I'm just wasting my time, because I've heard some frankly mixed things about it, but I was still going to play it regardless. Now we're getting into the big one here. Is Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey is, in my opinion, the best Mario game since 64 in terms of sheer pickup and playability. I mean, Galaxy 1 is one of my favorite Mario games of all time. Galaxy 2 as well. But a lot of those are bogged down by a lot of cutscenes at the beginning. And this one, there's still cutscenes, but they're a lot better about how they work and how they integrate it into the gameplay. But Super Mario Odyssey, this is the primary reason I actually got a Switch. Now, I was one of those fools that bought a Wii U because he wanted to play Breath of the Wild. So, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on might be the case, I have Breath of the Wild on the Wii U and not the Switch. So that's why I don't have a copy of Breath of the Wild. I didn't really see the point in getting the Switch version if I've already got the Wii U version, especially since I've logged in about 100 hours onto this game and I have the DLC for it. So that's why I have the Wii U version, not the Switch version. So you will not see Breath of the Wild in my Switch collection, but I do have a copy. Next up on the Switch, we got Trials of Mana. Now, Trials of Mana here is a remake of, well, Trials of Mana for the Super Nintendo. It was originally known as Seiken Densetsu 3. It never got a release in the United States until the Collection of Mana came out a few years back on the Switch and other platforms. This is just a straight up remake of that game. Now, this is another one I haven't played yet, but I'm cautiously optimistic that it'll be good because you got like 6 different characters and multiple ways of tackling things, and the graphics seemed pretty appealing. And I heard the Switch version was actually the best version of this game, so had to get that. Next, we've got Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, also for the Switch. This is actually a PS3 and Xbox 360 game, but this has all the DLC and everything like that. And this is actually becoming an anime on Netflix, I think, very soon. Very fun game. It's like Shadow of the Colossus mixed with an RPG, and the storyline's pretty good too. I think a lot of people don't, but I think it's pretty good. Capcom game as well, so you can't go wrong with Capcom most of the time. I say most of the time because you can, but this one they did very well on. This one's got all the DLC on it and at a discounted price with better graphics and better networking and all that other stuff. So Dark Arisen, good game. Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age S Definitive Edition. This, in my opinion, is the best way to play Dragon Quest XI. I know the graphics take a slight downgrade, but it's got an fully orchestrated soundtrack as opposed to the original, which has a MIDI. And I say that now, but now this version is coming to PC and PS4 with the orchestrated version included. But you didn't know that I didn't know that at the time. So live and learn. Switch version still awesome. Working my way through it right now. I'm about 10 hours in. Really enjoying this game. But I like Dragon Quest in general. I think it's better than Final Fantasy in a lot of ways. So if you've got a Switch and you don't want to wait, pick this one up. Like, it's good. Would recommend. I got Super Mario Maker 2. It's Mario Maker 1 just with more content, more levels, an actual single player campaign. So there's really no reason to go back to the first game. So I'd recommend picking this one up when you can. Spent a lot of time. I haven't really tried making my own levels in this yet, but I've spent a lot of time playing levels in this game, and it's a lot of fun. I would recommend this to everybody. Next one we've got up is Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Edition. Now, basically what this is a compilation of Street Fighter 1 to Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2, the Alpha Street Fighter Alpha 1, 2, 3, and all the versions of Street Fighter 3 as well. So it's the total package, and you can play this game online with Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter Alpha 3, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. If you like Street Fighter, you probably already have this because it's pretty much a must. It's pretty much a must buy because it's pretty much all of the Street Fighter games into one convenient package. And I like fighting games a lot, and this is pretty much arcade perfection. So definitely would recommend this to everybody that likes these style of games. Next, we've got Sonic Mania Plus. This is just basically Sonic Mania with the Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel DLC. This was like a special edition version with reversible cover. Let me just show you. As you see, that's the actual cover, but I've reversed it so it says Sega Genesis because Genesis does what Nintendo not quite obviously. But this is probably the best Sonic game since Adventure 2. Might even be better than the Adventure games, if I'm going to be honest. Definitely the best 2D Sonic games since 3. And yeah, I'm including the Rush games on that. Come fight me. Uh, but great Sonic game. Would recommend to everybody. Even if you don't like platform, even if you don't like Sonic games, well, this one's probably not going to change your mind actually. But if you do, this is the way to go. All right, next we've got one of my favorite games on the console right now is Fire Emblem Three Houses. Now, Fire Emblem Three Houses, you basically got 4 different routes to play this game. Epic storylines, epic battles. There's waifus. There's all kinds of amazing twists that happen in the plot that I won't spoil here. I went with the church route originally because Edelgard is evil and nobody can convince me otherwise. But you'll see what I mean as you continue playing this game. If you want a challenge, if you want to be challenged the way you normally are in a Fire Emblem game, because if you play this on normal, it's kind of a cakewalk. But if you play on the hardest difficulty, it's a very challenging game on par with what you'd expect from the series. So would recommend this one. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. One of the greatest games I think I've played on the console. Maybe one of the best games I've played ever. And that goes for Mario Odyssey too. And Breath of the Wild, but as I said, I played that on Wii U. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. This is basically just a remake of Crash Team Racing with Nitro Kart tracks thrown in along with some new ones. Activision's been constantly adding content to this game since it came out, and I appreciate that. The only thing about it is, and this was kind of underhanded, is like 4 months or something like that after they released the game, they started to include microtransactions to unlock skins and carts and characters instead of actually unlocking them by playing the game. So it became pay to win retroactively, and that's not good. But the core gameplay is still solid enough that I would recommend it. I play it all the time with my friends. I actually kind of like it a little bit more than Mario Kart sometimes. But yeah, if you're bored of Mario Kart, give CTR a go. I think you'll enjoy it. I at least enjoy it, but you know. Next up, we've got Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jamz. Why do you have this if you still have your Wii version? Simply put, the Wii U can be a nightmare to take apart and set up. With this, I can just play this anywhere, with better graphics than the 3DS version, and more content and a new storyline involving Melia. Melia and Shulk should get together, not Shulk and Fiora, by the way. That's just my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But I was blown away by this game. The combat is tremendous. The world building is very interesting. The storyline is excellent. You're going to really care about these characters, even Ricky, who it would normally be annoying in most other games, and he might be depending on your tolerance for voices like this. He's still really fun, I think. Dunban is the man. If you want to know where all of those Rhine time memes came from, play this game. You can still get this relatively new. My Walmart has them. Would definitely recommend this game. It's probably the best RPG to come out of the previous console generation, and now it's here on the Switch in its full glory. So would definitely recommend that. Next up, we've got Luigi's Mansion 3, which I might be doing a Let's Play of very soon because I recently beat the first Luigi's Mansion game on the GameCube, and that was a lot of fun. Haven't played the one on the 3DS yet, though. I wanted to do something spooky for October, and this might be the ticket. And if that, but I also might do something a little more M-rated as well, because I know sometimes people like to see scary games with blood and gore and stuff like that. And I'll be more than happy to oblige because I like that stuff too. But Luigi's Mansion 3, I've played it for a little bit. It's fun. Like, it is the goofiest thing, and the animation is wonderful. I just wish I had the ability to unlock two-player mode. I haven't gotten that far yet because I want somebody else to play as Luigi with me, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. Next one is Animal Crossing New Horizons, and this is probably going to be my game of the year, personally. Like, I bought this game and Doom Eternal within a week of each other. I've logged in over 50 hours into this game. I have yet to even touch Doom Eternal. This game is that addictive. Like, it threw off all of my shenanigans with Doom because I love Doom, and Animal Crossing just wound up becoming an addiction that I discovered, and that was fun. And I'm still playing it now. I haven't logged into my town in a little bit of time. It's been like 3 weeks, so I need to get back into it. I still haven't gotten KK Slider to visit my town yet, but I'm gonna do it because I hear the end game is amazing. So, got to get that terraforming, man. Got to get that terraforming. Next up, we've got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, I have most of the DLC characters for this game as well, and it's a tremendous amount of fun. There is so much damn content in this game. You can be playing it for years and have not experienced everything. So, I would definitely recommend this to everybody that likes this style of game. It's really fun. Probably the best Smash Brothers game. I have a slight preference for the Wii U version in some ways. I know that sounds weird, but Link has the hook shot in that game and he doesn't in this one, and I main Link and I miss the hook shot. And I know I could play as Young Link, but Young Link doesn't have quite the same reach. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Link is actually a lot better in this game anyway. And yeah, this is a great game. Brought story mode back, so huzzah! Smash Brothers Ultimate gets a thumbs up from me. And the last but not least, we've got Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Now, this was an Xbox 360 game that came out in 2008. This version has more characters, more story, better graphics, and basically just all around better presentation. It's based off of the PS3 version that we never got in the States. This is the way to play it. And now you can play up with up to 4 players as well, so there's that. And now you got all this great content on this one little package. Now, that will pretty much do it for my Switch collection, but it's going to be updated very soon because in less than 2 weeks, we are getting that 3D All-Stars pack, which, might as well just say it now, I put down a pre-order for that. I am not missing out on a physical copy of that, no matter what. Regardless, though, we are going to get that, and I fully plan on playing through Super Mario 64 on that for the channel. So look for that in the coming weeks. Other than that, guys, I just wanted to take you through what, in my opinion, is the best console this generation. Only console this generation, because the PS5 and the next Xbox aren't out yet. But you know what? They've got a lot of ground to catch up with. So, I will see you next time, and I thank you all for watching. You have a good one.